a quick, tight roll so you can clear your legs. His legs clearly got held up underneath him, and that prevented the nice escape and possible reversal. Petrolini's down. And let's see if he can do that move again. A nice Granby, keep his knees tight, make a tight circle, and get his reversal. On the top, you've got Killingly still working the same moves. He's coming underneath, trying to pull that arm out and go for a Turk. Unable to. Petrolini is a very strong wrestler, but you got to get out of there, that's for sure. No matter how strong you are, you may be able to fight off the back points, but you got to win the match. In football, great defense prevents the points. You're never going to lose if they never score. In wrestling, you got to have more than that. Now, you saw that's another Granby, and you saw how his legs extended. You cannot do a Granby with extended legs. And he's going to get points right here. There's 3, 4, maybe 2 on that one. Let's see what he gives him. He definitely got 2 on that one. And, see, almost. He almost got out of that. This isn't good. He's going to get points right here. And he's got that tied up pretty well. Ref's in the same situation. And he's got to be able to roll out of this, or that's it. That's tough. And that Granby worked. That's tough. Tough match. Here we are at the introduction, at the finals, at the Class S. You have teams from all over lining up on either side of the mat like a duel, each representing their school, each representing their weight class, 2 guys in each weight class. And it's a wonderful thing to see these guys line up. This is 2 days of wrestling capped off by the finals. As you can see, you've got Smith from Gilbert at 170, and he is in the finals, having a very easy day, just dominating the competition. And they introduce you. You're given a bio that you fill out, and they introduce you by how many tournaments you've won, what your record is, and so on. And here's his opponent, and they'll run off. And at 195, Gabe Schwartz from Northwestern going against number 1 from from Summers, undefeated Rayolt, 32-0 on the year, the number 1 seed. And they wrestled a couple times in youth wrestling, and this will be the first time in probably 6 or 7 years that they've wrestled. And we're off. Up now, Smith from Gilbert against Killingly. Killingly having a great team. A lot of guys out here today doing a great job. And this is his specialty. He's going to flip him right back for a standing zook. Boom. Boom, right to his back. He's going to get the takedown, and he's going to get some back points. And this might be all she wrote. This is something Smith's done, and that's it. A first period pin. That is something that Smith's done for years. Sometimes that successfully, other times not so successfully. But he's a state champion right now. And congratulations to Smith. Good job. Bring that to Winstead. Up now, the finals. 195. Gabe Schwartz against Jackson Rayolt from Summers. Rayolt undefeated this season. 30-0. Schwartz 28-5. Going into today, And they're off. Quick shot. Schwartz holding him off. Almost steps over. He might get two on this. Comes too far over. And Rail gets the single. Quick shot by Rail. Good counter by Schwartz. Comes a little too far. Rail circling to the back. Schwartz gives up the two. That was tough. That was tight. And he's into a half and crotch. Schwartz trying to turn it down. Can't get anywhere with that. Rail's got that far arm. Switched by Schwartz. Failed. Comes around. Back to the half and the crotch. Sits. Looking to turn. The turn comes back. So far the action's on the bottom. Rail needs to come off of him and do something. This is the final, so let's see what happens. Schwartz gets back to a sit. Back Rail with the half and the crotch. He's got his weight on Schwartz, but not much more than that. Schwartz should stand. He keeps sitting. He should stand. Try to turn in and get his right arm around there. And they're out. They come back. Comes back to the center. Rail up 2-0. In the finals match. State championship for S schools. Schwartz comes off the mat briefly. And Rail basically staying behind. Playing it conservative. Both wrestlers respecting each other. There's a reason why you're here. Back to the half in the crotch. Seems like he's holding on. Schwartz has to do something. He's on the bottom. Almost nothing. Not much happening here from either wrestler. And there's a caution. It's a caution stalling on red. Now look, finals match. Second tournament from the end of the season. If you get hit with a stalling call first period, that ref's expecting you to work hard for the whole time. Rail's got to come out. He hasn't done anything yet. That's the end of the first period. Scores 2-0. And there's a flip. Schwartz chooses down. He's been down. He's unable to get any points. And scores 2-0. Rail lines up on the right. Caution for stalling first period. And has not done much. Schwartz has to be able to do something. Comes over the top. Comes back. Seems like he's got that half and crotch down, but I'm not sure where that's going. He didn't do that the first period. And if he keeps doing that, it's going to be a stalling call. In fact, if I already called stalling, I'd be calling stalling now. Schwartz gets up. He's got to try to switch. Can't reach. You got to turn your whole body. And Rail's still on top. Schwartz tried a shallow switch, unable to complete it. Comes back to a semi-sit, comes back to his knees. And Rail remains in the same position, back to a sit, looking to stand. Tries a Granby, unable to make any headway. Now, Rail is keeping it tight on top. And they're going to call that a stalemate. And bring it back. Or was that 1 point? Anyway, they're back. Which is where this match has been most of the time. It's not an exciting finals, I can tell you that. There's got to be some action from the top. It's incumbent on the top guy to turn. Oh, that's a full Nelson right there. 2 hands on the head, 2 hands on the headgear. That's a penalty. And they're back. Gets to a stand. He's got to do something. He's got to be a little more active on the bottom. Comes out, unable to do something. Here's something that can happen. He's going to come out square to him right now. Can he get one? And they're out of bounds. I wouldn't call that out of bounds. It doesn't look like the other coach thought that was out of bounds. Absolutely not. Come back to the center. I haven't seen a pinning combination. I haven't seen much of anything, actually. It's got that half a lot. There's another Granby, takes him off the half, and he's right back. This is like a one-trick pony here. 10 seconds left in a second with the same move. Another Granby. He's got to be able to turn that Granby to get out of there. And Rayalt just holding on. I would have hit this kid with another stalling. This is no activity from the top. That's a fact. Rayalt on the bottom. This doesn't bode well for Schwartz. Schwartz needed to get points from the bottom. He's going to have to turn him over. And I'll tell you what, if I'm ahead by a couple points, the way Rayalt is, and I'm on the bottom, I won this championship. Rayalt goes to a stand. Schwartz brings it back down. Problem. Didn't look like there was enough action to have a problem, but he's limping. That's got to make you wonder. You know, sometimes these guys get tired of wrestling all day. It's hot. They're tired. They come in here with injuries. And, but I have to tell you, you come into the finals match of a tournament like this, and you can't go harder than they're going, makes a guy wonder. Looks like he's got a cramp. They have some fluid out on the mat. And I guess he's better. I'm not sure whether he needed rest or he had a cramp. That cramp worked its way out very quickly. Schwartz on top, down on points. Rayalt stands. Schwartz drops down to a single. He's going to pick it up. He's going to pick it up. Going to go slow. Turn in, hop over. That's going to be 1 point if he doesn't manage to put this guy back down on the ground. That's going to be one right there. There's one. So Rayalt escapes. And now it's going to be tough. Schwartz gave up the takedown in the first period. He is point free from the bottom in the second period. And Rayalt escapes. Drop down. He's going to get two more right here. Looks like he got his foot stuck on the mat. He winced for a moment, but I have a feeling this is going to be the end of the match. Rayalt's going to stay with that. He's going to let him up. He doesn't get any points for that. Schwartz, that's going to be a stalling on the bottom because he did not get up, but there's still no points. And now he's going to... They're up for one. Rayalt shoots. Just has to hold on. He shoots with his head down. That's a stalemate. I don't know what happened to the stalling calls because I'm a little disappointed there. But he did get two takedowns, and that's for sure. Not much time left on the clock. Schwartz needs to go. Rayalt doesn't have to do much. And the clock is out on the table. There's a shot. Head down. Whether Schwartz takes him down or not is moot because there's just not enough time for much to happen. And that's it. So Rayalt takes first. Summers takes first. Schwartz from Northwestern takes second here at States in a other than exciting match. And that'll wrap it up here at Plainville High School. Thank you for joining us this season, and we'll see you on the mat next year.